neighbor. So I want to get right into your question of the day because I'm probably going to forget about it. Just that's how my brain works. So there's one sound in terms of an album that I think epitomizes what a band is or what a group is, and it has to be Americana for The Offspring. Just like the track list itself, it's Pretty Fly, Americana, obviously. You got Walla Walla, No Breaks. I mean, you just go down the track list, and that's what I think of when I think of The Offspring. Obviously, You're Gonna Go Far, Kid is probably one of the first songs I probably heard by The Offspring, just because I think that was like uh, that time was when I was listening to more rock and alternative music. Not Also, I was 6 when Americana came out, so that. But even despite that song being like the first Offspring song that I've heard of, I think I've listened to Americana more overall times than any other Offspring album. But like, I think Americana has to epitomize like one sound, and that's when I think of The Offspring. That's what I think of. That has to be like the band, the album for me. Now I remember why I didn't want to talk politics on this channel, because once you start opening the door to like one political issue, you just want to like start talking about all of them, and like, oh, what's a basic human right versus what's an American's rights, and all of that stuff. And just continuing to follow along with the upcoming presidential election is getting me into a political mindset. So we definitely do have to start a podcast at some point. Maybe when we're done with this year-long daily vlog thing, we can try something else. Maybe try our hands at something a little bit less time intensive every single day. I don't know. That might be pushing it a little too far. One of the topics that I was actually talking about with my other group of friends was, if you could only have one album from each band, which one would you keep and which one would you like get rid of? And we were talking like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and like what Queen album would you get rid of? I mean, there's so many just like great singles on each of them. It's like, honestly, could you imagine a world without Fat Bottom Girls and Bicycle Race by Queen? I had a really inconvenient day today. When I got to work, the spot that I normally park in was like blocked off. Apparently, they're like doing construction on the parking garage where I work, which is super frustrating. And then on the way out today, the like card reader wasn't working, so they're like taking down my information. They're like, we're gonna send you a bill to park here, and I'm like, this is a little bit ridiculous, guys. I burnt my finger on my lunch today. Like, the hot steam actually literally burnt my finger. That was super inconvenient. One of the toilets in my apartment stopped working over the weekend, so we had to deal with that. There's a leak in this apartment building somewhere, and they thought it was our building. It's just been really inconvenient today. I had to reschedule some of my plans for next week. Apparently, I'm not coming home when I thought I was. It's just, today has been like, oh, this is what you had planned? Too bad that's not going to happen. Um, Hopefully, the rest of this week goes a little bit better. I know I'm probably working like a half day on Wednesday, and then you have videos on the 4th. So, question of the day: do you want to do a video on the 4th of July? Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. Make sure to check back in every weekday for a new episode of the 90s vlog. You can follow me on Twitter at 90s Guy Kev. You can follow Tom on Twitter at 90s Guy Tom. You can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90s Guys. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you tomorrow, Tom.